hope you guys are all having a good night. My name is Denise, and I am an executive with It Works Global. I just wanted to take a couple minutes to share my story with you and to tell you a couple of the ways that we make money with It Works. My story is not typical at all. When I started with the company, I actually really wasn't trying to make money. That's not why I got involved at all. I live with an incurable hereditary illness that affects my heart, and I had been sick on and off for years, but never really bad enough to bother to get diagnosed or to figure out what was happening. I would always kind of bounce back pretty quickly. And then finally I got extremely sick, and I kept getting worse and worse, and went downhill to the point where if I wanted to do anything outside of the house, even just going to the grocery store, it meant having to be in a wheelchair because I struggled so badly with walking. I was bedridden several days a week. I could not even get up to go to the restroom on my own or prepare my own meals or anything. I had to be cared for. It was a pretty tough time in my life. But I had been going to Mayo Clinic and tried quite a few different medications, and nothing was really working. It was always like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. The things that would help a little bit, I would have such terrible side effects to that it just wasn't worth the benefit. So finally, I had gone in to see my doctor, and he said, he said, I don't have any other medications to offer to you. He said, have you ever thought of taking holistic supplements? And I wasn't against that at all. I mean, when my kids were little, I always looked for natural ways to heal them rather than going straight to medicines. So I said, sure, at this point, I will try anything. Please, just give me my life back. So he suggested greens. He wasn't allowed to tell me which company to go with. He said, just go out and find me a couple different labels. Bring me labels from 2 or 3 different companies. He said, I can't tell you what company to go with, but I can tell you which company is best if you ask my opinion on companies. So that was what I did. And he wholeheartedly went with It Works. He was familiar with them. He was familiar with their product. He explained to me exactly what it was that was so great about how they manufactured compared to other products. So I walked out of the office and said, okay, sure. I got in the car, and my husband literally said, before we had a 2-hour drive home, before we even drove home, he said, call right now and order it. And I said, no. We were over $6,000 in debt in medical bills, and supplements aren't covered by insurance. And I just could not think about adding more and more bills on and buying anything else when we had so much debt. And it was like a shot in the dark. I tried everything else and nothing else worked, and I just really kind of had this pity party. But I came around, and a few days later I decided, okay, you know what? If this is what he's telling me to try, fine, I'll go for it. But I am not spending any more of my family's money. So I called my friend up and I said, listen, I know you sell this product. I said, I don't care about selling to anybody else. I am too sick to care about that. I just want to know what I need to do in order to make enough money to pay for my own product. That's all I want. I'm being totally honest with you up front. And she said, okay, come on over. I'm going to take as much time with you as you want. And my husband actually had to bring me to her house. I could not drive. I couldn't drive for 18 months because of passing out and that kind of thing. It was fun. Anyways, I think I was there for like 2.5 hours just picking her brain. I wanted to know all the gory details. I wanted to know exactly what I was getting into and how much money I was going to lose and how much money I had to do, how much work I had to do in order to pay for my own greens. And I walked out and felt like, okay, I think this is something I can do even from my bed, even without being able to drive. So let's go for it. So we joined It Works, and that was exactly what I did. I immediately began getting customers. I actually had my first two customers that day. Um, and I was instantly making enough money to pay for my own products, which was fantastic. And I went along like that at status quo for a while. Um, I was too sick to look beyond the end of my nose and to think about, actually having an income with this business. All I cared about was just providing for what I needed without putting another bill to my husband. So a few months later, my child, who also has the same thing I do since it's hereditary, he and I have the same doctor, and we went in, and he was having some different issues. And the doctor said, "Well, aren't you taking what your mom's taking?" And of course, he said no, because it's greens. Hello, I'm a teenager. I'm not taking greens. So he talked him into it, and he said, "I don't care what you do." He said, "Go and get the little capsules from the Whole Foods store and fill your own capsules and swallow it down that way." He said, "I don't care how you take it, but you need to take this because I think it's going to help you just like it helped your mom." So we went home and did that, and he started taking them. So I was like, "Oh wow, I guess I have to make more money." So that was what I did. I got some more customers, and I advertised a little bit more, and I did just enough more work so that I could provide his greens. And he started getting better. He actually had some chronic anemia that was going on, and the greens were amazing. They did his blood work a month later, and he was completely cleared of the anemia, which was just blew our mind. So then, after my husband had watched what was going on with us, my husband said, "Okay, it's my turn. I've seen what you guys have done, so I want to know what It Works can do for me. Can I lose some weight? What can I do here?" So we went through the catalog, and we found some things that would work for my husband. And so he said, "Okay, order me this, this, and this." And I was like, "But wait, those cost money." So I said, "Okay, well, let me see what I can do." So I did a little bit more, and now I was making enough money to pay for all three of our products. I had still not had a single party. I had still not wrapped a single person, and yet I was providing for all three of us for products. Um, and each month I kept going up a little more and a little more. I really wasn't putting a whole lot of time or energy into the business. I just wanted to get that paid for. And then I started getting a few bonuses here and there. I was doing just enough to, a bonus would come out and I'd be like, "Oh, that might be nice to have that." And I'd work a little more that month and get that bonus. And I started being able to pay towards my medical bills, and then pay towards my medical bills and my son's medical bills. But I still wasn't doing a lot. So my year date came, and I decided to keep going. Why not? It was working for me. So it was in August, so just 2 months ago. In August, I went to my very first training ever. Here I've been with the company for over a year. I have never even been to training at all. So I went to my very first training in the end of August, and during that training, they described and explained the compensation plan. And when I heard the compensation plan and I realized that I could actually make money, like it's not just a matter of, "Oh, I'm making enough to pay for my products." There's actually money to be made. I started hearing about what kind of commissions you unlock as you go up in the company, and what kind of bonuses they pay. And at that, one of the things that really stood out to me is it was a smaller training. It was just our team in our local area. There was about 125 people at that training. There were over a dozen of those people that were way up high, earning like $10,000 or more a month with the company. And I kind of looked around the room and I thought, wait, 125 people here, And over a dozen of them are you people that are making this much money. You see, I had always thought that people actually making money in any of the MLM companies had to be like the unicorn. You know, like the one rare person that was actually making the money that the company was talking about. But here I sat through this training and I heard the compensation plan and I realized how easy it was. And then I realized over 10% of the people in that room that day were earning money like this. I went home that night and I told my husband, I said, you're not going to believe this. I said, I can actually make money with this business. And I told him all about the compensation plan, and I was so excited. And he said, well, I'm really glad that you told me that. He said, because for the last several years, taking care of you and having to work so much to pay for everything and then come home and take care of everything at home, he said, I'm really tired. He said, and I don't want to work overtime anymore. I really want you to be able to maybe earn some more and be able to pick up so that I can take a break. So it was kind of neat that how this came about. So that was the end of August. So September, I got to work and I actually started contacting people. I wasn't just throwing a picture here or there on Facebook. I actually started calling friends. Hey, have you tried that crazy rap thing? And I was amazed. Like, people had been watching me, but they weren't necessarily willing to reach out. But as soon as I reached out to them, I started building. And build I did. Oh my goodness. So for the month of September, I went executive and I was absolutely thrilled, which meant that I unlocked more levels of our compensation plan. My team grew. I all of a sudden had all of these customers under me, but then I also had distributors under me, and those distributors began to get distributors under them, and I just could not believe what this meant to me. So then October came. Well, in October we had that hurricane. For 3 weeks in October, I was not able to work. Our county did not fare well here. So between damage done at our home and our parents' home in the area, and what that meant to my husband as far as work and so on, 3 weeks out of the month, I was not able to work. But let me tell you, one of the great things about this business is that there are so many ways and opportunities for you to make money. So in October, even though I couldn't work for 3 weeks, and here we are at the end of October, I still have a few more days, I doubled my commissions. I'm still executive. I made $300 in cash bonuses, and I sold wraps, which is wrap cash for us. Every time we sell a wrap retail, it's $25 cash, and I sold 5 wraps. So do the math. That was what I did, and I made commissions for the month on top of that. That blows my mind, because other people that were out of work, and there were a lot of people in our county that were out of work for a while because we had major stores and industries that had no power, they didn't continue to get paid. They work hourly. They were just out. But here I was, not able to work, and I was still making money. I was still able to do this because of It Works. So I can't wait for November. We only have a couple more days in October. In November, I am already filled in for Ruby. I already have 3 parties scheduled for November, my first parties ever, because I still haven't done a party yet. So I just can't wait to see what is ahead for me. I have some huge goals, and with just a little bit of extra work and effort, I can't believe how much things have grown. It took me over a year to realize what was possible in this business. So one of the things I said I was going to talk about are the ways we made money, and I just mentioned them, so I just wanted to go over them with you again. First of all, wrap cash. When you get your kit comes with 4 wraps in it, and they sell for $25 each retail. Now, more than likely, when you wrap 4 people with those, first of all, you're going to instantly get paid back for your kit from signing up, but also you're going to end up with at least a few customers off of those wraps. Now, every time you get 2 customers, then you can get a wrap reward, which means that you get 4 pack of wraps for only $25. You're going to turn around and sell each of those wraps for $25 each. So you just made another $75. That's Wrap Cash. Wrap Cash is absolutely wonderful. There can be weeks when your kid comes home from school and goes, Mom, there's a hole in my sneakers. And you're thinking, I don't have the money for a $50 pair of shoes. Get on the phone, call your friends. Hey, have you tried that crazy wrap thing? Go sell yourself 2 more wraps and you've got the money. You're not like everybody else that's having to wait for Paycheck Friday. You have got on-hand wraps. That is cash in your hand. Make the phone calls. Contact people. Wrap Cash is your best friend. So that's one of the ways. Another way is with bonuses. Our bonus system is absolutely wonderful. One of the things that really was impressed upon me by one of the distributors that I met, she said that they were having a problem with money in their house and they realized that they couldn't make their $400 a month payment for their car. So she thought, where in the world am I going to get $400 a month? Like, that is a lot of Wrap Cash. Well, then she got to thinking about it. Every single time you sign a distributor and then you help that distributor get 2 customers, you will automatically receive a $100 cash bonus. And those are paid out every single Friday of the month. So she figured out for herself, if she just set her mind to it, and every single week her goal was to sign up 1 distributor and help that 1 distributor get 2 customers, then Friday she got a $100 bonus. So every single month she was getting a $400 bonus, and she started making that car payment on her own. So that's the way some of our bonuses work. Now there's also other bonuses. There's the Ruby signing bonus. If you go Ruby within your first 2 calendar months, that's a $500 bonus. There's always different bonuses out there, so make sure you listen out for those bonuses because you'll definitely want to snag those. There are even $10,000 bonuses. No, I'm not lying. I'm not kidding. And it's not just one unicorn person that's making those bonuses. You can do it. I promise. I've seen a whole stage full of people that do it. I promise. It's out there and it is available. So that's bonuses. And then another way that we make money is with our commissions. Every single customer you sign, you're going to make commissions on. And then when you have a distributor, you do not make money on your distributors. That's not how this company works. We are here to help people. So you're not helping people if all you're doing is getting a distributor. You need those distributors to get customers. That's how you're helping people find a healthy lifestyle, okay? So every single time those distributors get customers, then you're also going to get compensation. You're going to get commission off of those customers also. The higher rank you go up, the more levels of customers you're going to make commission off of. So you've got a monthly commission coming to you also. So you've got Wrap Cash, you've got bonuses. Wrap Cash can be paid out daily if you're wrapping people every day. Bonuses are paid out weekly, and then commissions are paid out monthly. It is a great source of income. And I tell you, I can't believe that I waited so long. I can't believe that I didn't know. I think that's one reason why the most important thing I want to tell people is jump in. Get onto your e-suite. Read that compensation plan. Get your bottom to work. Don't do what I did and just sit and just be happy to muddle through with a little bit of money. The extra I'm making, yeah, I have a very happy husband right now. And I'm quite happy with myself too. I have regained my health. I am back to driving. I haven't used my wheelchair in, I don't know, over a year. I don't even remember the last time was that I used it. I have so much confidence in myself. Oh, I just looked down and saw my shirt. My favorite shirt to wear from It Works is "It Will Change Your Life." It's my favorite shirt to wear because it really is true. Give it a try. I promise it will change your life.